Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth Pregame.
Hey, is this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause they sold. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation.
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Korner Booth Pregame. We are live here on a very stormy Thursday afternoon up here in Connecticut, but I want to appreciate y'all for stopping by. We are kicking off the MLB Trade Deadline was, I believe, that ended up less than an hour ago. Matt, am I right there? Ended less than an hour ago?
6 o'clock.
And somehow my Diamondbacks just found ways to gut wrench. They traded Shelby Miller. I love Shelby Miller, man. That hurt. And to all
and Jordan Montgomery. Apparently,
that made me happy. That made it almost not. I wanted to go into this being able to somehow trade Montgomery and Zach Gallen. Apparently, we're keeping Zach Gallen. I don't want him, but whatever. At this point, I could care less. My team and I keep ready to sneeze. In discharge whatever the hell the Diamondback season was this year. My microphone's down here. That's not good. All right. So also new lighting. So I got a ring light from a customer today. This is crazy because I've never used one of these things before, but it's definitely pretty sick. It makes trying to type things in on my keyboard so much more challenging. But other than that, this is kind of dope. I'm going to have an actual other camera that I face into and have the computer on the side. But this is definitely like kind of a cool thing. Our producers here also. Hi, Nate.
Hi. I almost didn't press I didn't press the unmute button. So, hello.
There you go.
Good to see you, Matt.
Your A's pulled off the heist of the century on the freaking.
I don't talk about it.
Dude, you decimated their farm system. They got nothing left.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nate, let me ask you something. If let's just say everything that the Athletics did had happened, except they also traded Severino, would you have been happy with everything if you got rid of Severino on top of everything else that you got? Because I know you're not a big Sevy guy.
I love Sevy. I know because the reason why I've always wanted him to be traded because I feel bad for him. I don't want him to suffer here in this trash ballpark that we have in Sacramento. So,
Want Mason Miller to suffer?
No, I mean, but I wanted to keep him around for the long term. Like Sevy's a veteran, he's been around the block. Like I want him to go win somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna win with us.
Well,
I don't know.
I think what the Athletics GM is doing right now is he's trading everybody, stocking up the farm, and then by the time everybody's ready to come up, you guys will already be in Las Vegas, and it'll be like a brand new babyface team for the Vegas Athletics. Show the politics out there that hey, we're going to bring good baseball to the city of Vegas. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be like the Marlins and just get all the prospects you want and just not do anything with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the prospect we got back. I forgot his name, and I apologize for doing so. He's the number 3 prospect in the Padres organization. So it was cool to see that. I mean, he's young, 18 years old. That's really young. It just sucks that we let a guy like Miller go, man. So
Listen,
it is crazy to think about.
Suarez yesterday, and I wanted to cry a little bit, but I found out this morning because I passed out so early in the day. So I was like, I woke up this morning to Gino being a Mariner. I'm like, he said he wants to re-sign in the offseason with us. I was like, oh, cool. That's great. Hopefully we didn't just piss him off by trading him, but now we have a first baseman in I think it's what is this kid's name? Is it? Gee, I can't think of the kid's name right now. It's Locklear, Tyler Locklear. Apparently, he's like the number 1 first base prospect in their organization, but he's going to start tomorrow, which is sick. The reliever we got for Josh Naylor was pretty good when he came in relief against the Padres. I'm I'm pissed. And MLB.TV, can I get a refund of $50 out of the $100 I spent because my team quit? The players didn't quit. Management and the front office quit. But can I get $50 back because they're incompetence? I would love that. That'd be great. I'm not upset with my team. I love all of them. Maybe almost all of them. Zach Gallen, I still hate you, but it's okay. Jordan Montgomery, screw you. Good luck in Milwaukee. I guess the biggest thing I could take about this, and Maddie, I don't know. I see all you guys, you top market teams, complaining about your players, not like your team's not making enough moves. And I'm sitting there just like, I would like for us to just do something, please. Like I don't know. I'm weird. I can't. It's hard for me to like look at what you guys are going through, and I don't want to use the word lack of sympathy because that's just rough. But I look at it, I'm like, you guys have 27. Not you specifically. 27 titles, 6 titles, 8 titles. I'm going all the big teams complaining about their regions. I'm like, all y'all are going to be losing to the Tigers. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, my feelings earlier in the day when we were texting are a whole lot different within these last 3 hours. There's a new uncle in New York, and it's not Uncle Stevie, it's Uncle Cashy, because Uncle Cashy told us, sit back, relax, tighten those seatbelts up because we're going all out. And that's what he did. This was an interesting deadline. And because as a Yankee fan, deadlines over the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years or so, it's just not been like this. It's Brian Cashman's MO is to make a few low-end deals. Example, Andrew Heaney was one time like we needed a pitcher bad, and he traded for Andrew Heaney, who at the time had like a 5 or a 6 ERA with the Angels, and it was atrocious, like worse than Frankie Montas, worse than Sonny Gray with us. It was terrible. But his MO is like get a reliever, get a low end starter, just bargain shop, and then tell everybody, well, we're getting this person and this person and this person back. So those are our deadline moves. I was fully prepared for that. Again, I was going to go insane. But no, I wish I'll give the Yankees deadline an A. I think if they got a starter, it would have been an A+. My issue with that is that right now you got Rodon, you got Fried, Rodon, and Will Warren. You're getting Gil back, reigning rookie of the year, great. But you still have Stroman in that rotation because Schmidt's hurt and Cole's out for the year, obviously. And I really don't want Stroman pitching anymore. Well, you got Cam Schlittler, who had a good first start and has had a rocky last 2 starts. So I guess it all depends on, are you going to keep Schlittler or are you going to keep Stroman? So we'll see what they do. I think they just should have gotten somebody else, bumped one of those guys out of the 5 spot and just move Will Warren down because he's been pitching pretty well. So that's my only gripe, is that we didn't get the starting pitcher that we really did need, even though we're getting Gil back. However, he got David Bednard. He got another reliever that I'm blanking on, and he got the guy from San Francisco who I'm also blanking on, Cabello or I don't know. Nate knows that one. I know he's probably taking a big munch right now in food. Duvall. His name is like Camilo Duvall. Yeah. So bullpen, fantastic. Didn't mean to have Nate come in when he was mid-bite, but bullpen, fantastic. We got 4 closers on the roster, which is wild. You got Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Bednar, and Duvall. The good thing about that, though, is that Williams and Weaver are free agents after this year. So the fact that you got Duvall and Bednar on the roster, which I know Bednar, I think, is here next year with his contract. I'm not sure about Duvall, but at least we got some guys on this deadline that'll be here next year and not that could fill in if we wind up losing a couple guys. But bullpen went from being shaky to one of the best in the league right now. Same with the Mets. They did great. Ryan McMahon has been fantastic. He's been great defensively for us. He actually just hit a walk-off base hit for us the other day. He's batting .350 with the Yankees so far. I saw that as a stat. Before this game tonight, I don't know what it is now, but before the game started tonight, he had a .350 batting average for the Yankees. So his bat's alive. Defense is great. And then they added a couple depth pieces. Ahmed Rosario for the outfield. They got a right fielder, Slater, from the White Sox. And then they got Jose Cabello, Caballero from the Rays today, shortstop. And
is that the dude who just was in the no, it's Junior, whatever his name was. He was the guy who was around on the
Caminero. Yeah,
Junior Caminero.
We were playing the Rays today, In the middle of
I
the
was
game, they
like,
took him out,
oh,
gave him a
you
big
guys got
hug, and
him
he hit the walk.
Oh,
No,
was
we were
so
playing the race today, and
he just
when we made
walked
that
straight
trade,
up afterwards.
yeah, all they had to do was just walk across the field. But yeah, listen, they got 3 or 4, positional depth pieces. They got a defensive guru. I shouldn't say, but a great defensive third baseman, and the bullpen is now elite. I'll take it. If Stroman or Slittler or Warren or whatever gives it up, and you got to have somebody coming in the 5th or the 6th, now we're great. So,
yeah.
Uncle Cashy came through. I give the Yankees a solid A at the deadline. I think, Arizona's technically had a pretty good deadline too for what
I give it a reluctant B. I hate this. This is the worst. This season's worse than 2022 when we were the worst team in baseball, or one of the worst.
Yeah.
I hate this more because we were supposed to be a World Series contender, and 3 stupid effing Tommy John surgeries later, our team quits. And I'm just like, I'm okay. So the only thing is, here's my one complaint. Here's my one thing I'm very happy. 2 things very happy about. We didn't trade our core 3 or 4 players, which were any of our just our 4 guys or pillars for down the road. Justin Martinez, we didn't trade. Obviously, Wood needs to get Tommy John surgery. He's not getting traded for a while. Corbin Carroll, Geraldo Perdomo, and Ketel Marte. Those core 4 guys, 4 of my 5 or 6 favorite players, they did not get dealt. I'm okay with this. It sucks losing Gino. I love Gino. I was so happy when we picked this guy up. I love how he just is all big daddy hacks all day. There's no contact swing anywhere. Josh Naylor, I was fine with. I really didn't want Josh Naylor here. I kind of tried to make the best of it. I would rather us give the extra $1 million to Paul Goldschmidt and have him come back for his final year of his career. But of course, that wasn't happening. Or Christian Walker, because apparently he can only hit in our ballpark. When he came back last week and hit 8 hits off of us or something like that, it was annoying. Then, losing Merrill Kelly to the Rangers, the team that basically not cost us what would have been our second World Series, hurts, but whatever. I hope he, he's 30-something years, 36 years old. I knew it was going to be not much longer. Grichuk, I could care less. Yeah, the only really hurt was Suarez and Shelby Miller. That's it. Merrill kind of hurt, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah, Merrill Kelly was more like you were kind of expecting that to happen.
Yeah, I just
kind of hoping
why couldn't we trade Zach Gallen? Seriously, I guarantee the Yankees would have given us Jason Dominguez a bag of peanuts for him.
I heard. So one thing that bothered me was that they were saying the Yankees were unwilling to trade Spencer Jones unless it was for Paul Skeens, and Paul Skeens was not available, so you weren't trading Spencer Jones. I heard a rumor that's not verified that they were trying to make it. What? I'm sorry.
Mr. Jones is not the same level of prospect as Paul Skeens. I'm sorry.
No, that's what they were saying. They wanted to build a package of they won't. Yeah, they were saying they would only put a package together with Spencer Jones if it was for Skeens, which never was going to happen. But they were trying to. What I heard was a rumor that I don't even know if it's true or not. They were trying to build a package around Dominguez for Alcantara in Miami, but they weren't interested in that. But looking at the Padres, so the Padres are going all in.
Decimated their farm system.
I got a list. They traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ranked prospects in their system. They traded their number 1 overall prospect.
Who's the other team that we deal with? The A's and who else? Right?
They did. Nate, who's the? I know
who's the other team. It was the A's, and who was the other team that Padres sold the farm to?
Wasn't it Orioles?
Oh, because they got O'Hearn. Yeah, they got Ryan O'Hearn.
Right. Okay, yeah. I knew it was an East Coast team. I couldn't figure it out though.
They traded 6 people for him, I think.
Dude, anyways. I know. You know what's crazy? It's every time I think that, this is the problem though. The Diamondbacks could have gotten so much. I don't know. I think Gino cooled off a little bit.
Well, I think it's because he got hit in the hand a couple times, or they probably were a little worried about it. Which I thought that the Arizona's doing a good job trying to pay these pitchers.
We have so many pitching prospects now.
Dude, you guys are set once they all pan out or come up. But looking at the Padres,
let's just have some fun.
Looking at the Padres prospects now, I don't know where they traded these players to specifically. Who went to who went to Oakland and who went to Baltimore? But they traded their number 1 overall prospect. their number 3 overall prospect, their number 4, number 6, and number 7 overall prospect. And then they traded their number 12, 13, 17, 26, and 29 overall prospects. So they just went to town for Ryan O'Hearn and Mason Miller. They also got JP Sears. So JP Sears, Mason Miller from the Athletics, and Ryan O'Hearn. Dude,
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at both. Like, here's my favorite thing about this whole thing is like the Diamondbacks sold the farm. They're only 7 games out of the 5, no, 6 games out of the wild card. And I'm like, and this is the thing. The Padres are up, and the Padres are probably gonna make the playoffs. But and this is my thing. There's everyone's like, oh, there's a dominant baseball team. Like, no, I play the Tigers. They scare me a lot. Like, I watched them mercilessly murder my Diamondbacks. It looked like an actual tiger fighting a snake. I was like, this is just depressing. They might kill everybody. The only other team I kind of fear, I don't fear the Dodgers like that. I think that this is the year that this is their kryptonite year. Padres, I think, could be fun. I would listen. A Tigers-Padres World Series would be lit. That would be so much fun. The Jays are good. Yeah.
And they got who they got? They got Shane Bieber.
Yeah, that's right.
They got somebody else too. So many people.
That was so under the radar. I saw that on Twitter like a half hour ago. I'm like, wait, that happened? What? And it just shows.
Red Sox got Dustin May.
But they're not going to do anything. The Red Sox are not even going to make the playoffs. So I don't know why they went and got maybe for next year, unless May's on firing deal.
They might be able to squeak in a wild card, possibly. I got to see what their standings are, but they're not that far behind second place from us, so they might be in a wild card spot.
All the teams that know me are about to make the playoffs, and I got to sit here watching my team fumble the bag.
I mean, listen, like as happy as I am with
nothing was worse than last September. That was the worst.
As happy as I am with this deadline for the Yankees, don't get me wrong. Whether we face the Tigers in the ALDS or the ALCS, I don't see clear skies ahead for the Yankees because the Tigers are just looking unreal right now. But anything can happen.
I am very confident in this. If by some miracle my team, the Diamondbacks, have a winning record, somehow are within, let's say, if they're within like striking this, I'm like 2 or 3 games, the wild card by the season end, I will shave my mustache into a Baker Mayfield, Hulk Hogan handlebar. I will do it for November. If they make the if they make the playoffs or like a wild card playing game, I gotta do something out of control. Because I have this weird itching feeling right now that they just traded away a bunch of their players that did. I wish they got rid of Erod, but then again, like we're stuck with him for another year. And Galen, but like watch, like we brought in a bunch of young kids already. They're gonna hopefully calling up Lawler now. Hopefully calling up we got the kid Locklear sending English stuff. Thank God he's terrible. But like pitching prospects coming up. I watch this team just have all this youth and just start winning games and like somehow squeak in, and I'd laugh hysterically because we're gonna get outgunned by everyone else in the playoffs. But like we have an easier back end of the schedule. And the thing is, like, it's all young kids, and they don't know what it is to lose, like, against big league teams. I don't know. I have this weird itching feeling we're going to actually start winning games now, which is hilarious. And I'm going to feel so bad for Gino. I'm going to pray that he makes a safe return to us in the offseason to be our third baseman. I love you, you ponytailed weirdo. Keep hitting dingers. But that's it. So there you go, folks. Nate, we're putting this on the board right now. If the Diamondbacks finish with a winning record and within 5 games of the wild card, I have to shave myself down to the Baker Mayfield, Hulk Hogan, Fu Manchu handlebars. Cool. So there it is. Now, that is my crazy bet for the year. Because I have this really stupid feeling that they're going to somehow make a run because they all allow these young kids. Dude, if they make the playoffs, if they win the World Series, I'll go clean shaven. Until Christmas. I'll do it. Like at that point, I'll happily. All right. Jeez, MLB Deadline sucked. You know why I love this time of year? Because nobody's talking about basketball.
Oh, I heard the Timberwolves in their jerseys are bringing back a retro jersey.
I did see that news, and this rumor, and I'm like, okay, cool. I like this. This is great. Very nice. Like, I'm okay with it. Listen, just get away from the stupid Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins era jerseys. Get back to the KG, Latrell Sprewell era when Minnesota actually was a team full of dogs. I'm I'm ready to talk some NFL, some bullshit, some camp. Nate,
It's
you
back!
talk?
Woohoo! NFL's back!
Have a Hall of Fame game tonight. Trey
It's on my
Lance
television.
versus
Hendon
I don't
Hooker.
even know. Taylor Heineke, bro.
No, Hendon Hooker.
Even better, bro.
We love hookers, yeah.
Nate, box now.
You know who I think it's on the Chargers said was going to get some burn time today? DJ Ukulele. I said that wrong probably, but that's who's playing a little bit.
DJU, Ohio State campus dominoes. If you know, you know. I called him that because by the way, on Tailgate the Quad, Kevin, I filled in for Kieran one day, and Kevin asked me, this was like a couple years ago, back when he was still at Clemson, and he goes, "Well, how would you?" Well, we were talking about DJU. I just call him that because I don't even try to pronounce this dummy's name. And he said, "What do you think of DJU?" And I said, if in terms of the big physical, not pure thrower, mobile quarterbacks, Pepe's New Haven style pizza or like modern or whatever, that's Tim Tebow. DJU is Ohio State Domino's at 3:00 in the morning. And that Kevin said this might have been the meanest thing I've ever said that anybody said on this podcast. I was like, yeah, I'm okay with it though. But Nate, you good to talk a little ball?
Let's do it.
All right, so I want your opinion, Nathan. So the biggest thing I've seen, Malik Neighbors now has a toe injury and a shoulder injury. Why are your Giants not sitting him right now? Let him get some rest. It's not like you're going to win games in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little scary to hear. The toe injury was something, as we all know, he's been dealing with since college. He's been managing it well, but the shoulder injury was a bit scary to see him go into the field house and not practice the rest of the day on Tuesday. Was a bit, bit scary. Like I said, it's simply put like that. But hey, he's fine. It was just a little stinger. He was back at practice today, catching deep balls from Russell Wilson, which is obviously very promising to see and hear.
Don't fall for it. Just ask every Pittsburgh fan of Denver.
I know. That's what they all tell me. That's what they commented on
It's like dating the girl that that one girl from high school. Everyone knows that girl or that guy. Whatever. It's 2025, right? Everyone dating that person, right? He or she got that bad reputation. They warn you about him. You fall for it anyway. This is Russell Wilson as your starting quarterback. I'm telling you right now, Nate, I'm promising you this. By October, Dark Side Nate will be back in full glow with the hoodie up and everything. Dark Side Nate's segment will be kicking off. By the way, presented by the amazing people at Righteous Felon, by the way. They're going to be sponsoring Dark Side Nate's rant. And then on top of that, you're going to be praying for Jameis Winston to come in and throw 4 interceptions and 4 touchdowns.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Like, Jameis is fun. I get it. If he plays for us this season, fantastic. But obviously Dart hasn't been impressing a lot in camp.
Interceptions. I know it's practice, but even practice interceptions are scary looking.
I mean, he's only had a few, like maybe 1 or 2 from what we've seen, through videos and stuff. But he's been.
I heard
efficient.
5.
Yeah, well,
I read on Twitter 5.
People are tripping because I from what I've looked into, it's only like maybe 1 or 2 that I've heard. But he's been good, man. But Malik, I would definitely protect him. Don't play him in the preseason. Maybe a drive. I don't know, to build some chemistry, but
I'm not putting him into week 2. I don't want to even let him touch the field till week 2. I'm letting him just rest.
Good. I'm good.
Our first 2 drives in week 2, then pull him out like a tree stump. Like just don't let him stay in the game. Maddie, your Jets have been pretty quiet so far. Besides Justin Fields' injury. What's the word, Jets camp? Who's going to be playing quarterback for y'all until Fields gets back? Is it Tyrod? What's happening right now?
The Jets have been one big giant, just quiet nothing, and I love it.
Us too. It's great, right?
Oh, it's so amazing. There's no like BS stories coming out. There's no beat writers trying to find something to pin on the team. No drama, no Aaron Rodgers, this or that, no Pat McAfee Tuesday questions. Like, oh, this is just beautiful. And Justin Fields is back. He's practicing 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s. Yeah. He is fully back in practice, doing fine. Everybody seems to be doing well. Garrett Wilson's doing well. The entire team's looking good. Apparently, this guy, one of our defensive ends, Michael Clemens, who has been a just big disappointment, was a 4th-round pick like 3-4 years ago. Apparently, he's doing great too. So it's just funny because the biggest story that I've heard about the Jets is that players are doing things that they've never done before, and they're doing it successfully. And when asked when asked from Aaron Glenn, he's like, it's just coaching. And he's like, did he do this last year? And they're like, oh, that was what they would say. The reporters would ask Aaron Glenn, hey, how come you got him doing this and this and this? He's like, oh, it's just coaching. He could always have done it. It's just coaching. And they're like, yeah, he didn't do that last year. And it's like, yeah, it's coaching. It's not that he can't do it. It's that he was never coached to do it. Like subtle shots at the past regime, which, hey, you know what? Maybe he's not wrong, because everybody is turning heads in camp from the reporters' standpoints. Yeah. And the common denominator, players say it's a different vibe compared to last year. They're happier to come to work. The vibe is different. Coaching is better. Aaron Glenn has officials at camp, so he can have penalties called on players committing penalties, and he has them sit out when they commit one. There's discipline. Mm-hmm. This was the most penalized team like back-to-back years. So the fact that he has officials in camp so he can have penalties called so they can learn from that and get rid of that is great. And I think that's just next level stuff right there. That's why I'm so high on Aaron Glenn, because it's just he's supplying discipline. He's changing the culture. He's holding people accountable, and he seems to be, improving a lot of players. And I'm excited for this. I'm not going to go off and tell you we're making playoffs. I'll tell you, I think we could do 7-10 right now. I'm going to be realistic. Every year I go crazy. I'm going to say 7-10 is my sweet spot. But Justin Fields is healthy. Team's good. They need another receiver. There's been some trade requests, but
we're talking about that. Don't be spoiling it now.
No. I didn't say anything. But they got some pieces to fill. But I'm excited for the Jets coming up.
So the rumor he's talking about is Terry McLaurin. One is on the pup, which, bro, with his ankle injury. What an offseason for the Commanders, right? And maybe you guys can shed some light on this. Nate, as a fellow NFC guy, maybe you can kind of put me in. Oh, we have a surprise guest. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a happy Colts fan? I don't know. Apparently, Anthony Richardson's had 3 good weeks in a row at practice. We don't know how that works. He's excited for football. He hosts the amazing show High Low Sports with our boy Kelsey. We hope you're having a great day, brother. We love you. And he just didn't even tell me he was coming on, but we'd love to have him anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Stewart.
So much for letting me ease in there. So I didn't even get a chance to turn everything on. You're immediately get on in here.
Bro, it's like when you walk into a bar and one of your boys walks in and you're just like, yo, grab a beer, come on down. That's how it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be the 3 of us sitting at a bar, probably where Kelsey and Blaine are networking. And just like last year, DJ.
Gonna need more than a beer with the way the Colts look out here to go. We're gonna get the tease of Anthony. He's gonna look all fun and dandy. He's gonna have a few good weeks. It's gonna be so much fun. He's gonna get hurt. Then I'm gonna have to watch Daniel Jones, and it's gonna be miserable. And they're gonna go 7-10 and miss out on all the good quarterbacks, and we're gonna be stuck here. Nate, you say that because he's not on your team anymore, but you secretly hate him. You just won't admit it because
I love him.
I love Daniel Jones.
Me too. I miss him sometimes.
That man gave us free wins every year.
I'll take Jackson for Daniel Jones in a heartbeat.
Oh, Nate, hey DJ, you like my professional lighting I got from a customer today?
It really brings out the color of your nose hair.
So the guy who I did a job for today, he's apparently Christopher Walken's best friend, and he also was he was an extra or actor on Severance. So this dude, and he had a bunch of connections and stuff. He got replaced by the guy who played Lord Deneth. I've never seen Severance. Okay, so I don't know. I want to watch it on my list, but
I don't need to see it.
Cool dude. His name's Arthur. Shout out to Artie. Cool dude. Gave me this and some holographic, one-of-one Hobbit DVDs. That I've seen The Hobbit 1,000 times, but they're all the holographic special edition covers, and I was like, these are sick. I didn't even care if they were worth anything. They just look badass to me. Especially because HBO dropped their Lord of the Rings and Hobbit contracts today or whatever, so they pulled them from the site. Stupid shit. Anyway, so Deej, we're talking about the Commanders. So we talked about Scary Terry. Obviously, regrets of the trade today. He's been added to the PUP list for his ankle. And I've been hearing all damn offseason, hey, Jared, listen, the Commanders, they're the team that's going to win the NFC East. And their number one weapon is going to be out for at least till week 4 the PUP list is effective too?
Something like that. I think he'd come back earlier, but if he stays on the PUP list at the start of the season, I think it's 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah,
I think
and
they
then
could bring him off before that, as long as before the season starts.
and trade requests, all this stuff. Like, what am I missing here, DJ? Please enlighten me. I don't know what I'm seeing here.
Okay, I don't like this whole solo cam thing but I will do it anyway because I am not the one to ask because I didn't. I was just giving shit. It's all fine. I didn't actually expect you to listen to me, but I never was a huge one on the Commanders winning the division in this year. I said it. My thought process, and I said it on the last show, is if somebody not named the Eagles was winning the NFC East, it's going to be the Cowboys. I don't think the Commanders are going to take a little bit of a step back. Their issue last year was defensively, they were shaky. So what did they do this offseason? They added offense. They basically were like, Jaden Daniels, we need you to score 40, and we're going to go with that. Deebo Samuel, you're going to have a little flash in the pan. Defensively, Dan Quinn will make it work. He'll keep his hat backwards like Ash Ketchum. We'll figure something out there. But I had the Commanders taking a bit of a step back, maybe still being a playoff team, but I figured they'd be like 9-8 or something like that. If the Eagles, if we're going to continue the trend of NFC East not having the same winner back-to-back years, I think it's going to be the Cowboys in the East before it's the Commanders this year,
which would just drive me absolutely bonkers. But yeah,
It's
sorry,
a
I
little harder for me to. It's a little harder for me to believe that now because one of their wall of Tyler's is out for the season. But I still think if someone's going to win that division besides the Eagles, it would be the Cowboys having a bounce back season, doing what they have done the last 7 years. They're terrible one year, then they're good the next year, right when they're written off. So I'm not the Commanders winning the NFC East guy, especially not now.
So yeah, maybe it's one of the listeners. Shout out to my boy Ralph. He's me and him used to work at Chance Sports together back in the day. He was saying, he's like, I think the Commanders, man, you Eagles lost too much. And I'm like, am I the only one just messing? I'm like, we hit every position. The only one I'm worried about is free safety with CJGJ, but basically we next manned up every other position. I'm like, what am I missing here? But I mean, I'll let everyone sleep on us. It's okay. Rank us.
They're like the second favorite. No one's sleeping on the Eagles. You don't get to play that card now. You don't get to play that BS. They're the second favorite to win the damn thing again already. I don't need to hear that.
Get it till week 4 when we lose one stupid game and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, the sky's falling for Philly." Let it happen. It's okay. Fall into our trap again, and then we're gonna roll off 15 straight and smoke everyone in the playoffs. I just want
nobody's plan. That was just because they listened to me and played the young corners, like I said, in July last year. Then they kicked it off. So don't.
Well, now their starting cornerbacks are all choose violence. It's Coop, Quinyon, and Keeley. That's like the most aggressive for no reason cornerback trio I've ever seen. Everyone forgets Keeley Ringo chooses violence on purpose. Like his hit last year on, I think it was Jerome Ford, legit had me jump out of my skin. I was like, yeah. I'm screaming and because Darius Slay got hurt for the 15th damn time during a game last year. I love Darius. I do. He gave us a Super Bowl. He got us to a Super Bowl. Hell of a corner. His wife is one of the funniest people out on Twitter ever. Shout out to Jennifer Slay. She's hilarious. But here's the thing is like him going to Pittsburgh. It's like, really? You stayed in the same state? You had to go to Pittsburgh. It's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home. They're the opposite of Philadelphia. Their team, I think, might be the oldest in football behind Washington. I think they are oldest.
I think they're over Washington now with some of their additions. I think they've passed them.
I swear it was like Washington's got them edged out by like 6 months. Not even kidding, the average. I think Von Miller put them above Pittsburgh.
Oh, because they still got Bobby Wagner, I think, right?
Yeah, Bobby Wagner's like ancient, and then you have Zach Ertz, who's like 36. Like, there's a lot of guys in there. Yeah. Like Zach Ertz was in the draft class when I was a senior in high school.
I think
Bobby Wagner, those are old dudes.
Debo's got to be almost 30 by now, too. I don't know about Eckler.
Debo's my age, so yeah, he should be 30 or a year younger than me, maybe.
And Eckler's in the same range too. Like they're
Eckler is my
quarterback. They're seasoned.
Yeah, like if for some reason Jaden Daniels gets put on IR, hopefully not, because like Jaden is so much fun to watch, even if he's on a rival team. If they have like any older starting quarterback, their average age goes up by like 3 years. Jaden's so young, he keeps that. Even now, he's what, 23, 24 now?
Yeah, I think he'll be 24. So he's one of the older young quarterbacks, like still older than Anthony Richardson, who's been in the league for 3 years, still older than CJ Stroud, et cetera. Like he came in well seasoned.
You know what's crazy is that I just found out like Jalen Hurts just turned 25 this year, which is insane to me.
It's crazy because it feels like we've been watching him for so long since he was a true freshman at Alabama. Like it feels like we've seen him in the spotlight for so damn long because of that. He's actually 26 technically. He'll be 26 next week, but same thing.
Happy early birthday, Jalen. We love you. Well, at least
crazy. It's been almost 10 years he's been in the national spotlight since he was that true freshman in Alabama with the cornrows and everything too.
I miss Dreadlocks Jalen.
I miss not constantly having a Hallmark cards after every press conference, Jalen. Mike, oh gosh, damn it.
Hey, listen, my favorite statement of his is money's great, rings are better. I'm like, yeah, I like that. Let's go.
Before y'all had an opinion, I had a purpose. Man, get out of here. We know, Jalen. We get it. You're handsome. You're good at football, and you're a walking Hallmark card. You don't get everything.
Michael Jordan and Tom Brady and like Peyton, like those are the guys he talks to. I'm like, why are y'all surprised?
At least Peyton Manning's kind of ugly with that big ass forehead, and Tom Brady's a vampire with a lot of surgery. Jalen is just naturally handsome on top of everything. He doesn't get everything. It's not fair.
But you know what I love is like he's like all like Mr. GQ whatever, and he's dating his high school sweetheart or his college sweetheart. Like I love that.
He gets literally everything. He doesn't even have to worry about Shannon Sharp situations going down. Like, on top of it, like it's not fair. He gets everything.
Too soon to talk about that, man. Hit the girl who got him that lawsuit. She retired from OnlyFans yesterday. Like, bro, you know you made it. You retired from OnlyFans. Oh my god.
She doesn't need OnlyFans now. She's got legit fans for all of the Shannon Sharp's haters. They're now her fans.
Did I tell y'all I missed Shannon Sharp at a liquor store signing by about 2 minutes back on my birthday? Yeah. I was so mad about that too because I was going to take a picture and have him say, like, yo, shout out Korner Booth and we put it in our intro or whatever. I was going to try and have him do that because he would do it too. I've known people who have met Shannon on like the street or run into him someplace and they say he's actually really chill as hell when you meet him. The bravado bravissimo, like the whole like macho stuff he does, that's his shtick, but he's really cool to the fans. I'm like, all right, that's lit. We have to do our intro for us. OnlyFans model lawsuit, regardless, I do it.
Well, you know what? He's got some extra time now. Maybe you could ask him to be a guest.
There you go. He's still got him and Ocho's podcast. I still do enjoy that show.
So they don't need it. He's doing just fine as it is. He'll be just fine with
ESPN don't need him. We got Pat McAfee.
Yeah, until Pat McAfee tells them to kick rocks, and then they're really screwed.
Hey, Pat McAfee has ESPN in his hands. It's not the other way around.
He's basically their only revenue stream.
It's a shame. Yeah, NFL Live is really, really good. It just doesn't get enough viewership because they've used all the other stuff to push people away. But NFL Live does a really good job.
Rutledge is she's solid.
What'd you say?
My bad. Go ahead, boss. My apologies.
Honestly, I love NFL Live. I grew up watching that all the time. It was great.
Even right now, it does a good job. I think it doesn't get the ratings it should, unfortunately, because they've pushed everything else away with all their other programming.
Max Kellerman's back, not with ESPN, but I think he's doing the boxing stuff again, which is good to see. I like Max Kellerman.
Welcome back, Max.
Yay! Rob.
Even I couldn't blacklist you forever.
Hey, Stephen A. ran him off, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He
also got Gilbert Arenas arrested. He got Shannon Sharp fired. Like
Arenas is free though. Yay!
He has caught with an Israeli crime lord in an illegal poker game. What in the GTA 5 is this shit, man? I can't. Like I read the charges and I was laughing hysterically in like my work truck, waiting for like one of my crew members to get in. I'm reading this. I am dying laughing. I'm like, how do you get what? This is the most over-the-top Hollywood thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's a South Park episode, but in real life, Guns Out like Gilbert Arenas isn't even the best bar in rap anymore. Someone's going to have to make one off of this now. Like, he managed to one-up Guns Out like Gilbert Arenas. I don't understand.
I didn't even know about, I found this out by somebody else that I guess he got in trouble in college. And that's why he couldn't like play in that. There was some issue with him playing in the national championship game at Arizona or like in the playoffs. He got in trouble for partying. I don't even know. I've heard at every level this kid, besides after high school, has gotten in trouble. This guy's gotten in trouble. So I mean, I don't know.
Agent Zero actually stands for 0 years without an incident.
Facts. I had another point. We were talking about, obviously, we're talking about McLaurin and the Commanders.
What's it going to cost?
Oh yeah.
I think like a second and a fourth or a second and a third. I think it's going to be two high-end picks.
Buffalo should do that right away. Then back Terry, give it how much money you want. We'll make it.
I don't think you got to give up a first, but I do think you got to give up.
The injury to knock that out.
I think it could be a second and a fourth, like this year's second, next year's fourth kind of thing.
Maybe even a 3. That could be a 2, depending on snap count or something.
Yeah.
Like
You also have
the Wentz deal with the Colts.
exactly. Like you could do something like that since you do have to pay him, so his value automatically goes down. Plus the injury on top of it. If I'm Buffalo, I'm like, we're investing in this. We're figuring this out.
Yeah, Buffalo. The other one is like, Matt, I love how you were saying like maybe the Jets. I'm like, I also could see like the Chargers just throwing a bucket at them, like saying, "Hey, listen, we'll give you a couple draft picks here. Maybe we'll throw in like one of these reject receivers, with one Quentin Johnson, and a bag of potatoes, and 3 draft picks. Watch Johnson goes to the Commanders and becomes like an elite receiver overnight, just because he's away from Harbaugh.
His hands just become magnets.
Yeah, he turns into Clifford Franklin from the Replacements. Kept like the stickum on the gloves.
Look like I just burked off an elephant.
It wasn't even named this time.
I only say the Jets because, one, they need a receiver. 2, well, they need a receiver, so he would obviously be probably receiver 1, but they have the draft capital and they have the cap space to get a deal done and to make that trade. So that's the only reason why I mentioned the Jets. Not like I'm saying that's who I'm predicting. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if there was a possibility for it, just because they have the capital and the funds to extend him and trade for him.
Just get him out of our division. Get him out of our division. I'm happy with it. One less annoying receiver I got to deal with. Even though
Indianapolis kid, send him to the Colts.
Dude, he's from there. He's from Indiana.
Dude, send him back home. Let him go back home. Put Tyler Warren at quarterback and just say he out there somewhere.
My favorite thing is how Quintanamo Bay did the Scary Terry imitation after he mossed him. That was the funniest thing I saw there. I'm like, the disrespect we're giving these guys is brutal.
I wouldn't be shocked either if, let's say, a random team we're not thinking of, like San Francisco, made that deal too.
Yeah, they don't got they have no more gasoline left. They literally they can't pay anybody. They're out. They're gonna be like trying to get league. They're gonna be doing like LeBron and the Heat and trying to get league veteran minimums. Now they're paying like too many guys. That Brock contract screwed them.
They could, they could offload guys like Juwan Jennings or something like that. Similar kind of a deal. Throw him in there to lose.
Who's gonna catch passes? DJ?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
They technically
him and Brandon Ayuk.
They technically have $47 million in cap space, but long term they'd have to work some things around. But Trent Williams is going to be off the books after this year. If I'm not mistaken.
True.
So that'll clear some things up.
They need to tackle badly. They have been their offensive line drafting has been terrible.
Not New England. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it.
They're out of cap space. Don't worry about it. And the Dolphins. We talked about my Dolphins conspiracy theory that DJ's backing up. That they're basically going to nuclear bombing their roster this year, and they're just going to start over.
My hot take with the Dolphins is we will see Quinn Ewers play if he's on the roster. I think at some point he will play this year if he makes the roster. And I think he'll do well.
So, by the way, folks, we start our NFL. So, breaking news, by the way, Korner Booth edition. We will not have a show Monday. I will unfortunately be out of state for my day job in Virginia, DJ's neck of the woods. Unfortunately, I'll be 80 miles north of him.
You're doxing me now.
I just said your state. It's a big ass state. You're fine.
There's only a few different places of note, though. Then there's a whole lot of I don't know about that in between.
He lives in the Shenandoah Mountains.
That's where I hide. You gave away the bunker.
Damn it! Do I have to give back my keys now?
You know, just continue talking with what you're saying and pretend that part didn't happen.
Okay, but do I still get to be the security guard sitting out front with a rifle?
If you want to, sure. I mean, like,
all right.
I'm not gonna let you get in when it starts.
Why not hire me?
I don't know Hot Wheels. I'm a little better trained with a weapon than you are.
Like I said on Monday, who won the Vietnam War? I did. We did.
I like how you were about to say I did. It's like, no, you didn't. No, sir. You don't get the full credit
you
for that
weren't
now.
even a glimmer in your daddy's eye at that point. I think your daddy was a glimmer to daddy's eye. Like, damn, dude. Oh, holy hell.
Yeah, I don't think, considering the number of casualties that took, though, I don't know if you won that. You survived that. Everybody who got out of there.
Yeah, they still got landmines all over your damn country. I don't think anybody won that.
We're still suffering from nature. Like,
that's a true story, by the way. I saw a stat. They're still finding landmines from the Vietnam War in 2025 in Vietnam. I'm like, that's crazy.
Turned the whole country into a war zone, like a perpetual war zone at full time. No, anyway, go ahead. We can move on. You were talking about something before Nate started interrupting and trying to go to war with us.
I know. What was I mentioning?
NFL preview predictions.
Oh yeah. So you talked about that. We talked about the Dolphins. I'm trying to think where I was going to go with this. So for the Corner Booth, we're not doing a show Monday. We'll be doing our season 14 premiere Thursday. So it's not only going to be will not be on the Belly Up YouTube this week. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. It just timing sucks. I can't do anything about it. We'll be live here on the Corner Booth YouTube, X, Instagram, yada yada. Clips will be up on TikTok. Yeah, you know the drill. We're going to start off. So we're basically like we're doing a series. You're gonna love this. We're basically doing 2 NFL divisions and 1 college football conference a week until the season starts, Labor Day week. So we're gonna be kicking it off with the AFC, NFC West, and I am looking into we might do the SEC, Big 12, Big 10, AC. We'll figure it out, and we're gonna have guests that revolve around those divisions. So Mr. DJ for the AFC, NFC South division. Obviously, we're going to try to get you and Hector on a Monday. Try to get you on there. NFC North, we might try to get maybe a Vikings or Packers fan like our friend Vince. You see where this is going. We're going to talk a lot of division by division football and college. It's going to be a fun time. So that's our preview for the first 4 weeks of season 14. Oh, also breaking news. Barring something crazy happening, Chris Lipoff will be returning to the podcast at a limited or partially full-time role. He will be relieving DJ of being our resident Thursday night guy, so DJ can come and go as he pleases, phrasing, and so it's always a 4-man crew. Chris is just waiting on some approval, so this is a tentative yes. We'll find out, but so that's season 14, which kicks off next Thursday, August 7th. Also, Matt and I are Ohio bound for the Pro Football Hall of Fame with our boy DJ, Kelsey, Vince, the whole Belly Up crew. You will see the 5, 6, 8 of us, whatever, doing shows together, content. Matt and I will be doing live content from the road, as well as possibly trying to do maybe a little mashup show with Kelsey and DJ, a little Corner Booth and High-Low Sports collaboration special edition show, maybe on a Friday or Saturday. Be a good time either way. So look out for all that stuff. Season 14 is going to be absolutely out of control in a good way, in a Corner Booth way. I'm looking forward to it. I know the boys are as well. So that was just our quick announcement because
getting a high booth in the corner.
Oh, got it.
And also possibly
so quiet.
And also, how do you say it? Doing my best Brian Cashman impression. The Corner Booth, our biggest deadline move was getting Chris Lipoff back. So that was our deadline move.
Well, technically, he's not back officially. We're waiting on confirmation from his work that he can
pass a physical.
Yeah, no, he basically has to pass a physical, but yeah. So barring that, because he gets back off vacation tomorrow. So basically, when he's back, we'll know if he's good to go. So you'll know. By the way, the 6-pack coming back. He's got to defend his last place title, man.
He's got a tank for Arch. You didn't have to tank for 2 years.
Chris tanked for Stroud. Chris tanked for he tanked for everyone. He tanked for Cam Ward. He tanked for Chris somehow. No, actually, no. Mason finished in last place in 2023. But yeah, no. Last year, Nate jumped him in the last week of the rankings. So Nate, congratulations! You didn't finish in last.
I'm winning this year.
Nate already guaranteed DJ, by the way, he's winning the 6-pack this year.
Hell yeah, go get him, Nate. Remember, they'll make your own picks. Don't let Jared influence your own picks. You can't win.
I keep telling him that, but he won't listen.
Believe in your soul and your heart.
See, they only work for me because I have some weird, like, Zach Galifianakis and the Hangover math in my head when I pick games in the NFL. It doesn't work in college. I basically bleed in college until Matt overtakes me by week 10. I get out to a huge lead and then basically pull a Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl kind of thing where it's like you see it start to fade. My lead shrinks. I did want to throw a little shout out today to my boy, Tennessee Titans quarterback Cam Ward. Because of the Miami the Miami stuff on TikTok, I get put in anything Cam Ward on my algorithm. And Xavier Estrepo. Shout out to my boy. He's probably going to make the team now because Treylon Burks got cut. Worst trade in NFL history. Oh, Lord.
Got more bodies in a single day than he has receiving yards in his career.
That's
comfortable on various levels.
I gotta take a second. That's rough. Holy crap.
That's rough for all three of them.
John Robinson. John Robinson may be the worst GM in NFL history.
Mike Rabel would agree.
I'd say the only close contester might be Mike Mayock, but I mean,
he was the worst first round GM, but he did good in the later rounds. I mean, getting Max Crosby and some of those guys, like he did
I feel like it's like blind squirrel kind of catches a nut with that.
Multiple times, he did all right later. As those first picks that he needed to hit are the ones he wildly whiffed on. But those later
Johnny Abram out of the league, Cleveland Farrell bouncing around the league, Josh Jacobs.
He hit on Josh Jacobs. They just didn't keep it.
I know because they it's almost like keeping your running back, wink, wink, helps you win.
Well, unless you're Indianapolis, then having three running backs and two of them taking the snap doesn't help. But
Mike Mayock may have been the worst first round drafter in the history of GMs. Just Alex Leatherwood, Henry Ruggs, Cleveland Farrell.
He could have kept his speed in between the lines.
Damon Arnett.
Yeah, that's bad.
It was bad, dude. Damon Arnett, Henry Ruggs, I think was one class, and then Alex Leatherwood lasted like 2 years. Farrell sucked, and he was the third overall pick.
I think he's in the UFL, right? That's why I saw him, right? Or is he like a practice squad guy or something? He was even the best defensive lineman on his own team. He drafted 4th overall. That's what cracked me up. I think that was the Dexter Lawrence and Christian Wilkins year.
By the way, Cleveland Farrell's on the Commanders.
That's still funny to me.
Like I said, about their defense, no commentary needed.
Yeah. All right. But back to my point about Cam Ward. Dude had the quote of the day. I watch my daddy get up every day at 4:30, go to a job he hated. I got no excuses. Then he called their offense and their team mid. I'm like, this kid's either going to inspire them to be like a playoff team or he's going to piss off everyone in that locker room. But I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Cam Ward. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of camp. This is the first Miami quarterback since I've been a fan of their team that actually, the only other was Stephen Morris, where I'm just like, oh, he made it to the league. But he's actually starting. This is different. Yeah, go Cam.
5 a.m. he wakes up. That's insane.
Bro, I got like 5 a.m. is not that hard. It's the 4:30. That's the stuff. I'm like, ugh.
For me, I wake up at 5 a.m. all the time on Nate's time, 5 a.m. Not my time.
Nate's sleep schedule scares the daylights out of me. I'd be a happy man if I could physically go to sleep at 10 every night, get up at 5 and get to work. Or get to the gym or whatever. That's my ideal time during the week. Weekends I'll sleep until 7. I don't like sleeping in past like 7:30. It literally bugs the hell out of me.
I miss living on the West Coast where the football games would end at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's like, all right, cool. I can go. Not here on the East Coast where they end at midnight and stuff. Hate it.
See, my biggest thing is, so this is maybe me bitching and complaining in the fall. I hate when the elite games are on at night and I got my boys, all my friends like, yo, we're going bar hopping. I'm like, bro, I got Alabama, Georgia, man. What are you doing to me?
This is not the weekend for this. We got Texas, Ohio State. We can't be doing that.
Dude, you know what the worst part is? So, DJ, I think I mentioned this last week. So, I go out to Martha's Vineyard every year, Labor Day week-ish, right? Family comes out a little later, a little earlier. It always kind of varies. I'm opening up the house this year, so I'm going up by myself in my truck. And so I'm like going out early as hell. But the thing is, the night before is Miami, Notre Dame. So my issue is I got to find somebody's house where I can crash out and watch this on my laptop or on the TV. Problem is, both my cousins up in Massachusetts and my boy Pat, former co-host, those are the 3 nominees who's crashing at. Pat, by the way, surprise. I got to basically word like this. Hey, I'm going to show up at your house at 7 and be watching football till 11:30. I'm warning you now. And I feel like that's a justified excuse because it's Miami, Notre Dame. And I'll bring beer. or food. Like I will like pay for stuff for the opportunity to sit on your couch and watch football. But it's a weird conundrum I'm in, but I'm excited for it. I will find some place to watch this game, but I am very excited for week 1. But yeah, just traveling is gonna be nuts trying to get me in this thing. I texted my cousin today. I'm like, hey, are you guys going away for Labor Day weekend? If not, I'm about to text your mom, see if I can crash at y'all house. And also, would you want to watch some college football with me? We'll hang out, drink, have a good time. It's a Sunday, and you have off Monday. That was my text to my cousin. He got no response yet, but then again, he's the worst texter back of all time. So he's the reverse of me, where if I don't text you back, this guy fell asleep or I'm driving. Shout out to DJ for not yelling at me for falling asleep during the mock draft last night.
No, we yelled at you. You had the first overall pick, sir, and it went.
I just selected a random pick, and dude, the problem was I worked a hell job last night. I was outside in 98-degree weather for 10 hours in a baking truck, and got home, ate and drank, and sat there, and I was watching TV, and I looked down like, oh, you have the number one pick. I'm like, oh crap! And I join. It's the third round. I see your text, like, son of a bitch.
I'm mad that I wanted to be like, hey, should we all be degenerates and like just cook up a little?
I was gonna try to draft like Randy Moss in like the 4th round, but I couldn't find him.
No, I was saying we could be all degenerates and cook up a Hall of Fame parlay, but they're not. There's no good selections. You can only do like spread, money line, total points. Then it's just props. But they pick the
It's
props
preseason, brother. It's too early to be degens. Oh, by the way, also, Betso Swagoo is back.
Woo.
Yes.
With the paperboy hat. It's mandatory.
Yes. Maybe we'll quick up a little edit track so it sounds like when somebody's like typing and it's like, oh, that's what I do. Then I come in with my little fedora and my paperboy hat.
Little paisan backroom Italian joint kind of sounding.
Yeah. Oh man, gonna be a bunch of ayo.
See, I'm trying to give the boys all their own segments. Nate's getting Dark Side Nate rants where he just gets to bitch and moan for about 20 minutes with his hood up. Matt gets Bets of Swagoo because I take up a lot of time. I talk a lot in the show, right? It's who I am as a person.
You don't say.
DJ, I know you don't really have an official baseball. You refer
a lot over there. I've told you several times it's the Cardinals. They just stink, so I accept it.
My brain hurts. I can't keep track of everyone's baseball teams. I always flip you and Josh Mahler's baseball teams because he says he roots for the Guardians or something.
And I was because I used to live there, but they're not my favorite.
Yeah,
they're my second favorite.
Yeah,
even though they stink too.
Well, you guys took my favorite player from high school and college to your team, and then he won an MVP, but he never did anything else besides that. I'm hurtful. The Paul Goldschmidt thing. Yasmani Tomas needs to rot in hell for what he did to my franchise. Woes of a mid-market team. Maddie, can I make a request?
What's that?
I watched 5 minutes of the movie you recommended, and I was like, I hate this. I'm turning it off.
Which one was that? The first Sunday?
First Sunday.
Oh,
I tried, dude. I watched like 5-10 minutes of it. I'm like, I hate this so much.
Not even trying.
White people.
I know. What are you gonna do with
I'm
it?
excited. Was it Welcome
to Unseasoned over there?
Next week? I'm watching Welcome Home. Yeah, I'm actually excited for that one.
That was a good one. That's wholesome.
So I've actually watched that before. Dude, you could have recommended any other comedy of that genre for me. I've been hype as hell. But for some reason, this thing started. I was like, this is just. You could have said Friday. I've never seen the movie fully.
Oh, dude. Oh, you'll love that movie. Just do the first Friday.
All right, bet. I'm watching Friday because I think it's on like 3 or 4 different streaming services.
Yeah, no, that one's a whole lot better. So you could do that one. Though my favorite scene from that movie that you tried that you didn't like. So for a long time, DJ, have you ever seen First Sunday? With Ice Cube and Tracy Morgan. So there's Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan in the movie was his name was Lee John Jackson, and I had my Instagram name was Lee John Jackson for I don't know how long after I saw that movie. And one of my favorite parts of that movie was I think Cat Williams was in it, and he asked him, "Why did your mom name you Lee John?" And she was like, "Because my mom was like pretty much seeing 2 guys, Lee and John, and she didn't know which one was the dad, so she named me Lee John." And then Cat Williams just looks at him and goes, "I don't think I would have told that story."
Is that in First Sunday?
I might have lied.
Is that in First Sunday?
No, that was in the one I recommended for you. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it another shot tonight because there's no Diamondbacks baseball on. I'll give it another shot. I realize this. I can't watch any series that takes more than 3 brainwaves after working and then going to the gym and then doing a show. If I do all 3 in a day, I cannot physically focus on something other than just like mindlessly playing my Road to the Show or Dynasty or like Skyrim, something with like low brainwaves where I've played enough where I know where everything is and I know how to do it. I can't watch it. I tried to watch Andor last night for 5 minutes. I was like, there's so much going on. I need to stop this. My brain is fried.
You do need to watch that, but you need to make sure your brain is functioning while you do.
Yeah, so like this is like where I'm like stone cold sober. I'm gonna watch this. Like maybe on the way down to Virginia when I finally make my coworker drive, I'll put that on my phone and watch that.
As you should. Andor is elite.
Oh no! Listen, I've been holding off. I didn't watch the first season, and I was like yet, and I was kind of whatever. But then I saw the new trailer for season 2 when it first came out with Steve Earle doing the Revolution starts. I was like, ooh. This is lit. I'm kind of about this right now. And then I always remember, wait, I love the Rogue One. It's an amazing movie. So I was like, am I going to watch this yet? So I'm getting after. I still have to watch. What's the other one? I got to watch Severance still. But I mean, then again, it's whatever.
Elite. It's a slow burn. Andor's a very slow burn, but elite.
I've seen some of the fun scenes from it because TikTok ruins everything. I'm sold on it. The other movie I want to see is Stick. On Apple TV. It's Owen Wilson playing a retired golfer, and it looks elite. It looks so much fun.
I'm just waiting for Ted Lasso to come back, and I'll re-up on Apple TV.
I have Apple One, so I get it like chucked on for free, basically, because it's kind of like a bonus. Like, hey, we know you pay for an extra gigabyte of storage on your iCloud, and you get Apple Music, so that's $20 right there. Here's Apple TV and Apple Fitness for free. I'm like, okay. I want to watch that Monarch show about the monsters from like Godzilla and stuff like that. That looks fun as hell too. The problem is I started Blue Bloods. I got 12 seasons into the 14 seasons, and I've gotten such show fatigue, I had to stop watching it.
Oh man, I can't believe there's live football on the TV right now.
We're almost done. All right, so Matt, I'll give that another shot. DJ, anything else you want to contribute to the show today? We appreciate you stopping by and being our surprise guest.
Well, basically, we're doing our NFL predictions countdown starting on Wednesday with the AFC and the NFC West. So, you know what? If you want to hear what they say the exact same week, tune in 48 hours later and hear what Kelsey have to say.
Well, maybe we'll flip it up. Text me what you guys are doing. I'll make sure we do something different. We don't really care. We're just going to
north.
Okay, so we'll do AFC South. Or something like that. No, because then when I need you to come on Monday, I don't want to book you that early in advance. Unless you want to do that. Because you need actors to both be there, so like I'm trying to like book it around his schedule because he works nights.
I'm saying you guys can still do the West if you want. I was just busting your balls because we were also doing the West. It's all good.
I know. We're two different styles of doing the show, so you guys are more straightforward facts, where we're just three jackasses at a bar.
That's not
Wait,
true.
Jared, so did you do the mock draft on Wednesday?
Yeah, I actually kind of liked my team aside from me drafting Aldon Smith for some reason.
Well, that's because the individual defensive player thing is broken, and it has players from like the entire 2000s. So when it auto drafts, it just picks it alphabetically. That's why.
So there was an IDP in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I've never done IDP before.
It's interesting depending on how the scoring is done because some of them put a lot of like tackles. If you get like 5 or 6 tackles, that
you get like a Zach Bond and you're stacked basically.
And then if you get set like Darius Leonard in his heyday when he was Darius Leonard would have been a king at this. But where Sauce Gardner would be terrible because he doesn't get really stats. They just kind of avoid him. He's good, but he doesn't get stats. That's
him and my boy Q, just the kings of pass deflections.
Same Cooper DeJean, same reason. Unless you get Super Bowl Cooper DeJean, they're awesome. They just don't get
Cooper DeJean gets a lot of tackles for loss though.
Normally they don't count.
Jared, how many
fumbles, etc.
How many Eagles did you take yesterday?
He hit the over. No, you got 3.
Nice.
He had Jake Elliott at the end.
Oh, hey, Jake Elliott. Crap.
I had your line last time at 3.5, and you took like 2 or 3, and I was like, all right, let's lower it to 1.5, and you finally hit the over.
Eagles D, Devontae Smith, and Jake Elliott.
Nice.
What's funny is we were worried it wasn't going to hit because you had pick 1 and you didn't get Saquon because it timed out. I was like,
I was asleep, dude. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I woke up.
Worried. That was our chance.
I rolled over like, oh crap! I'm supposed to do this drafting right now. Like shit, I rolled over and I'm like, oh crap! I already missed. I got Bijan, whatever.
Just needed you to be slightly functioning just to hit a button. You couldn't even do that.
Okay, listen. I will buy you and Chelsea a beer in Ohio. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I was so damn tired.
Kelsey got Jamar Chase at 3 because you let that happen. So it worked out for him.
Well, listen, I have the number 1 pick in my friends league with like Kevin and Pat and all the boys. Like I am still trying to figure out who I'm drafting at 1.
Bijan.
I'm coin flipped. I have 3. It's either Saquon, Bijan, or Jamar. Those are my three options.
You go Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't trust the Detroit Lions without Ben
Go
Johnson.
TNC.
Am I wrong about that though? I'm really concerned drafting any Lions players not named Amon-Ra St. Brown without Ben Johnson.
I'm looking at Jahmyr Gibbs scoring 30 points a game when Montgomery was out. And even without Ben Johnson, I think he's still going to be absolutely explosive. You can't, no matter who's coaching, you get him in open space, it's a wrap.
Oh, I know. He's so damn. I remember watching him at Georgia Tech against my Hurricanes. Like, oh my God, he's too damn fast. And then he goes, I read on the transfer portal ticker, oh, Jahmyr Gibbs going to Alabama. I'm like, that's gonna end well.
That's not great. Don't him, Bryce Young, great.
Well, I mean, dude. Also, the other thing, did you guys see the video of Tech McMillan? He's like manhandling corners at Panthers camp.
He's a grown man.
You know, everyone's like, oh, you look soft. I'm like, also college football PI rules are weird, but I'm liking McMillan. I might try to snag him in like the 5th, 7th, or 8th round this year because I'm like, dude,
he's a true. He is going to be their number one receiver.
Oh yeah, no. Besides who's Thielen, Renfro, the law firm? I don't know.
Xavier Legette, but he's very hit or miss too. Like it's
so touchdown, baby.
Yeah, Tedero is going to take that. Tedero is going to take that spot.
I like Legette. Legette, honestly, could be a great number 2. I think that's what his ceiling is. I look at him like a poor man's Terry McLaurin and a poor man's AJ Brown kind of thrown together, where it's like kind of like you get like the physicality and speed, but he lacks the polish.
I like him as just basically a deep threat, a small route tree, but when you leave him one-on-one, he could bully or outrun somebody, but you don't need him being the main.
With DK Metcalf, having a small route tree doesn't kill you. It just means you have to change parts. You just have to put him in a different position in the offense.
I think Tedero can play a lot of positions, which is going to open him up as well.
I called him Drake May meets Vincent Jackson. That was my pro con for him.
Drake May?
No, sorry. Drake London meets Vincent
I was going to
Jackson.
say Drake May meets that's a wild comparison. I know he was running the ball pretty well last year. But
I had a guy ask me, "What do you think of Ted?" I'm like, dude, I think more Vincent Jackson, but he's got London's ability to stop short and catch the ball.
I think he's got enough smoothness to his game where he could play as the Z receiver role, run some different routes, but at the same time, he's not gliding. But he's a big body guy that can move.
He can move pretty well for a big guy. That's like a lot of those bigger receivers, you kind of worry about what their top end speed looks like. Dude can get out and go. It's not really like he's a slow receiver. So
I don't know how good Carolina will be, but I think he's going to be nice.
Honestly, Carolina could be a 9-win team to me. They have enough firepower where they can outscore teams. The thing is, I know it's going to be a weird season because I think the NFC South is going to be the first division beside the NFC South and North are going to eat each other. That's my prediction for the season. We talked about this last week. I think the Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, the Saints are just going to be the punching bag between the three of those guys.
And there's the trash can of the group.
Well, they got Chris taking snaps, dude.
Yeah, Chris ain't having a great camp from what I've heard.
Oh my God, he looks so bad. Him and Rattler look terrible. We got to throw our condolences to Cruz. I'm not even going to bring him on for the Saints because I feel bad having him talk about the Saints because it's like Cruz, I'll have him lose for SEC ball, but let's talk Tide, baby. But like,
yeah, Cruz,
I'm not trying to do this, man. I'm not trying to have him come on. We might do SEC last. I'm going to try to see if we can get like Kev and Cruz and Kelsey all in one pot. That may be hell.
Yeah, Cruz, my bad for.
I have to hear it when you do stuff like this, man. That's Jared behavior.
Did he message you about it?
No, I didn't hear from him about that. I
remember I was sitting there. It's like, name a college player you really liked or that, but didn't pan out in the big league, something like that. And I was like, Aaron Hernandez. And then I woke up the next day and I saw like the reactions. I was like, I should put my phone down when I've had like five teas and a shot or something.
Oh my God!
Because he is the brakes until you get a little alcohol in him, then it's just pure gas.
See, I'm the reverse. When I get some alcohol, I just want to do is chill and relax. I'm just all gas, no brakes when I'm sober. I'm kind of pissed we don't got a flag football tournament this year, though. That makes me sad.
It's for the better.
My knees.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to have Kelsey and like dollar store Josh Allen getting in an argument over throwing interceptions.
Yeah, we don't need to have officials that are like touchception.
That was the stupidest end to a tournament ever. Anyway, I still have my second place ring that I have not taken out of the box since I got it shipped to me.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Just glad that you didn't crack your sternum on the cement.
Dude, I watched that video the other day. I was like, oh my God, I was so fat last year. Oh my Lord, how did I not see that? Anyway, but yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 8:15. We're going to let the boys go. Enjoy the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. You will catch all of us next Friday at the Hall of Fame at the the Fantasy Football Expo. Great people over there. Shout out to Bob for obviously putting that together every year. Check out Vince, by the way. He was on the Fantasy Football Expo podcast. We are going to share the link, obviously, on our Twitter. We should have shared it already, but that was on me for dropping the ball on that one. We're going to share it tonight. Vince did a great interview with Bob. Bob's really cool dude. We got to meet him last year. Obviously, my first year out there. It's Matt's first year, so we know he's going to try to get the Hall of Fame in out there. Me and DJ are going to maybe try to mess with him a little bit because he's the newbie this year. Oh, so is Vince. Vince is a newbie, right?
Yeah, Vince is new. Everyone's
I feel bad. He's a pastor. I can't really mess with him that bad. I'm a man. I'm a man of Catholic faith. I can't mess with a pastor.
I'm throwing water balloons at everybody.
I'm a reverend.
No, you are licensed to marry people in the state of Connecticut. That does not make you a reverend.
I mean, when they email me, they say, hey, welcome, Reverend Matthew Ordaz.
Oh my God, I'm going to call you Reverend Ordaz for the next 10 years.
Oh my God, we could call you Rev. Well, we're calling you Rev now.
Why aren't you quoting Bible verses, man? What the hell?
Dude, you can get me some fucking, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Nate,
you're not a good
11 minutes.
We're on the belly. We're not on the belly of YouTube. It's fine.
No, I was saying is you can catch me in the bubble bath scenes doing little text on my BlackBerry. Then I'm going to end it with Rev Run. You remember that? Remember Run's house, Run DMC at an MTV show?
That lasted like half a season?
Yeah, he always ended the show in a bubble bath on his BlackBerry.
Oh, you mean this Rev Run?
That Rev Run, exactly. Except he was in a bubble bath with a BlackBerry, texting a huge paragraph at the end of the show, and he would always say, God is good, Rev Run. And then he would just put his phone down and go back to his little bubble bath with his candles lit.
My cousin gave me a Rev Run Funko Pop for Christmas. I was like, she's 9, but she didn't realize I grew up loving to Run DMC because I had a music teacher who like showed them to me when I was a little kid. And then my cousin got Guitar Hero Aerosmith, which had a lot of Run DMC stuff in it. And I was like, I love these guys to death. We almost went as them for Halloween one year, just like very bleached to Run DMC.
Touchdown, Trey Lance.
2025.
Woo!
Was it a rush or a pass?
That was a pass from play action to Will Dissly.
That's a combo.
Woo! Football's so back.
Here. Well, you can check out DJ and Kelsey every Wednesday. Besides us, the best football podcast at Belly of Sports. I think it's a tie, honestly. We're both great in our own ways. DJ obviously puts up Kelsey's BS. Matt puts up with mine. Every Wednesday, check out all high-low sports on everything. You can catch Nate on 3rd and 10 podcast. Him and Brian, I believe, just dropped the show today. Am I right, sir?
Sir, yes, sir.
The co-presidents of the Malik Neighbors fan club.
Rah!
Just like I'm president of the Russell Wilson Hate Club.
That's not true. Kelsey has dibs on that one. You could be co-president, but Kelsey walks that one.
Me and Kevin are the vice presidents, okay?
This could be co-vice presidents, but Kelsey's got president locked up on that one. He, as a former offensive lineman, he hates Russell Wilson from day one with that running straight backwards BS.
Yeah, we'd love
Montreal Expos. We traded no one today.
Yes, sir. They did not.
No Twitter account. All right. Shout out to our sponsor, candips.com. Promo code BELLY 20 for 20% off the best dip alternative on the market. I swear by this stuff. Matt can confirm. You can also get Righteous Felon, official sponsor of Dark Side Nate Rants and Nate's Penalty Box. Promo code BELLY for 15% off at your purchase. Nate, why are you leaning into the camera like you're on a dating profile? Last but not least, SeatGeek, the best
you never know who's watching
app on the planet. Promo code BELLY of Sports for $20 off your first official purchase. Some restrictions may apply. Please make sure before you put the code in that you've never used your email on that site because then it'll not give it to you. That is the restrictions I was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also a mistake I made. That's what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you had an amazing time with us today. Go watch the Hall of Fame game. Football's back, baby. It's great news. Diamondbacks are dead. Go Birds. And we'll see you guys next Thursday for the Korner Booth Season 14 kickoff. Damn, I can't wait. All right. Have a good night, folks. Peace.
Rah.